Now, welcome back to the Prospect Hut, and hopefully you like this video. We're talking about this trade the Mets made about a year ago that's sort of overlooked, and the headlines from Rising Apple. So if you're a big Mets fan, you want to follow the Mets farm system, this is the channel you want to follow and subscribe to. I get you as much detail as we can. On Friday, the Mets AAA season begins with the Syracuse Mets. They're in Worcester. They start the year on the road. And I'll have you all the details as we get closer. I guess Brandon Sprout's going to start for the Syracuse Mets. But here's an easily overlooked New York Mets trade where both teams can come away winners. This is from, again, Rising Apple. An almost backdoor Mets-Red Sox trade to immediately benefit Boston. Looks like it'll help out New York in the future, too. Okay? When the New York Mets took Justin Slaten in the 23 Rule 5 draft and immediately sent him to the Boston Red Sox, it was a strategic way to add to the farm system. Had they kept Slaten, he would have been required to stay on the active roster for the entire 2024 season. While the Red Sox reaped the rewards of him last year as a rookie reliever, they weren't forced into keeping him like the Mets would have been. The Mets didn't just hand over Slaten as a favor to the Red Sox. They were able to pick up a 10th round draft pick from the Red Sox reliever Ryan Ammons. No professional games under his belt, the Clemson graduate turned in an impressive first-year pitching and relief for the Mets in single A. Now, I've been following him a little bit. He had a very good year. Ammons isn't about to fast-track his way to the majors, even if he turns 24 in April. The slow progression of many later-round draft picks, especially those out of college, will have money forgetting all about him for another year or two. However, Ammons did successfully graduate from St. Lucie, where he began last season, and continued to impress even more so of High A Brooklyn. The ballpark might have helped out somewhat in Brooklyn, as its reputation for holding back left-handed hitters surely helped him at least a little bit. A 2.88 ERA for St. Lucie was followed up by a 1.33 ERA performance for Brooklyn. Averaging more than an inning at home, the organization wasn't afraid to let him last longer. He wasn't without any problems. An overall 6.4 walks per 9 innings, put a negative touch on the 11.9 strikeouts per 9 he combined to have at both levels. Now that's a problem. Can't be walking batters. He's practically unhittable for Brooklyn, though, averaging just 2.7 hits per 9 innings in his 20 and third innings. As frustrating as it can be, swapping a few singles for walks isn't the worst outcome. Yeah, but you don't want to walk anybody. Sorry. Slaten would have been a fine addition to the 2024 Mets roster. At 26 last season, he was 6-2 with a 2.93 ERA and 55 and a third innings for the Red Sox. He had a walk rate of 1.5 per 9 innings and struck out 9.4 batters per 9. Well, this has become one of those trades both teams end up benefiting from in the long run. For the time being, it's trending that way. But his thing about Ammons, as good as these numbers are, that the walk rate is a problem, because as he gets up to the higher levels, you're going to have hitters that have a better idea of what to take. And he's a left-handed pitcher, so he's probably pretty wild. Probably wild in the strike zone. So that's probably why his strikeout total is so high. Now, I've not seen him, just assuming based off of just other pitchers that have been similar to this. But he's got to dramatically cut down on his walks. If he can get it down under 4, he has a shot to get to the majors. But he has to do that this year if he's going to make it. So he's going to be 24 next month. This year has got to be the goal, to get the walks under 4 per 9 innings. If he does that, that's a major step forward, but it's still not good enough for the majors, but it'll get him to Double A and Triple A. Well, you let me know what you think about this video, and of course, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.